So we are still on tap, so translations can be a little funky. However, we can take our first look at the hero, and what we'll also do.
The flower of life should be nourished with fresh blood and pain. Only in that way will it be in full bloom forever.
Man, she's got a long, long line here.
Come on, close your eyes and feel the process of healing.
It's a little dark.
Come on, close your eyes. The flower of life. The flower of life. Come on.
Okay, that's the only two she has. All right, that's fine. I always like checking out the lines now, even though I don't play the game with audio. Yeah. So her hero name is TBB for short. Yeah, it is what it is. So let's take a look at our skills. As far as speed goes, 19 or 12. Man, I'm dyslexic tonight. 1289, pretty decent speed overall. Oh man.
Let's spend some money. He deserves a smile.
I think I might spend some money this week. But as far as the hero goes, what we have to do is we have to jump over to our other server. That way, what we can do is actually check out the special power-ups for the hero, because if you don't have a Transcendence hero, you don't get all these extra things. We're just going to jump right into her tree and look at her skills that way. So her active skill, 1400% attack damage to backline enemies. Afterward, releases her chemotherapy on survived enemies in order from highest to lowest based on their attack values. If it is repeatedly released in the duration of the active skill, its effect changes gradually. 1600% attack damage to the target, reduces 100% for each extra one. That's not a huge decline right there. That's not too bad. Inflicts damage equal to 12% of their max HP, increased by 2%. Oh, and this one increases by 2% by each target, capping at 1500% of her attack, with a 100% chance to blood binding twine the target for 2 rounds, reduces 15% for each target. Now the bleed on the twine is 800%. That's not too bad either. Okay, that's solid. So precision increased, deals extra damage, wow, to twine targets. That could be huge. And then additionally reduces backline enemies control immunity. That just helps her synergy, all that fun stuff. Her basic attack deals 860% attack damage to frontline enemies, reducing their control immunity and bleeds them. Pretty straightforward, nothing too special there. Okay, that's just increasing its all damage dealt, deals extra damage. Wow, she has a lot of these extra big damage chunks. Additionally restores self. Okay, so she does have self-sustain. This is something we'd actually been looking in her skill tree and we're like, I don't see any type of healing. Additionally restores HP. So her basic attack has a pretty sizable heal. 1200% should be decent. Sadly, it's not a percentage of HP. This one could be pretty solid though. So she does have a heal, however, it's at the very end of the noble sublimation. Okay, not even gonna try to say that one. Oblation. When self has more than 100 energy, okay, that's not too bad. Remember, this can't trigger at the beginning of a combat, so you can't put an energy artifact on her and have this work. It has to be basically anytime after the beginning of the battle. I imagine if you have 100 energy and then you gain energy in the round, it'll go off. So when you have more than 100 energy, triggers Scarlet Therapy without consuming any energy. That's the active ability. Dealing damage equal to 60% of its original damage. So it's not a full Scarlet Therapy. It's 60% of it. The effect of which can be triggered up to 1 time each round. So only 1 time. I was hoping it would go off multiple times. But I guess, yeah, if she has 100, if she has over 100, it doesn't matter. Okay. Triggered is considered a passive skill, and its skill level is the same as this one here. At the beginning of each battle, when you yourself is a substitute, can't be triggered. So yeah, it can't happen at the beginning of battle. That's what we knew. After triggering it, increases self-control precision, so better chance of CC. And after triggering, additionally increases self-energy by 30 when releasing active skills the next time. So do you get the 30 energy after you use your active skill? If so, that is really good. Like, really good. The last one here increases self all damage reduction by 8% for 2 rounds and restores self 20 energy for every 1 twined enemy. It just says twined. It doesn't say blood twine. There's that floor synergy. At the end of each round, deals damage equal to 40% of the target's lost HP to each twined enemy, capping at blah, blah, blah. Additionally, reduces. So that one's not too big of a deal right there. For every one twined enemy, increases control precision. Okay. At the end of each round, additionally, reduces twined targets by 20 energy. And lastly, we have her Noble Core. When self-releases Scarlet Therapy or triggers it, deal 300% damage to all twined enemies and reduces their energy by 10 with a 50% to reduce 10 more. Deal 150% damage to the rest of the enemies with a 50. Okay, her core sounds kind of nutty. Not only does it do additional damage, but it has a 50% chance to twine targets that are not currently twined. That seems really, really good. And again, it's anytime Scarlet Therapy happens. So whether you're using an active skill or hitting 100 energy, this is going to go off. All the way up to 75% at level 8. I don't know. What do you guys think? This seems like a pretty solid core if you're going for her potentially as an early game like damage dealer or something, or like your main hero. I really would love to see her as the main damage dealer on account. Of course, it's still probably going to come weaker than Jara. Well, maybe it might compete with Jara. I don't know. Don't worry, we're getting to that. We're not there just yet. Next is the Destiny transition. So that's the basic stuff here. What's her basic one? When self has 12 layers, consumes it, and deals damage to all backline enemies, there's a 36% chance to twine them. That's not too bad. Let's see what's over here. Additionally, reduces frontline's armor. Extra damage, that's awesome. All of her things are 20% of the current HP, not max HP. That's one thing to remember. The reason why it's a higher percentage is because it's on current HP. But yeah, as the third or fourth Transcendence, she might not be bad as like a second householder or something. Yeah, so this one, it has damage, has some utility built in, reduces control immunity, reduces damage reduction by 20% to enemies. That's pretty sweet. Increases all damage dealt, control, precision, or speed. Over here, additionally reduces frontline's energy, so more energy loss, more backline damage, or increasing self energy by 50. Wow, okay. Then beyond that, this changes the transition skill to when you get 12 layers, consumes them, deals damage backline enemies, and inflicts them equal to 20% of the current HP. Okay, so it just adds like an extra layer damage. Not all that huge. It's a solid tree. It's solid. It's not horrible. And I know the question you guys are asking. I know. We're gonna go here. Let's go to Cloud Island. Let's take a look. So as far as her tenants go, yeah, the spoiler looks correct. Rainia over here doesn't seem like a great one. You're probably gonna build just Natalie. This is weird. So not a good choice for first Transcendence Heroes because you're not going to want to build either of the other two Transcendence Heroes as tenants. And normally you do that so that you can put all your secondary power and have your second Origin 5 hero be a tenant. However, they all suck. Like literally, like you're not going to use like any of these heroes at all anywhere in the game except maybe another Betty, but Betty is already horrible as it is. Getting sea lane done, so her tenants are bad. She is also a tenant for Arania and Elena. So again, not very useful. She is not a good tenant. She is not, well, I mean, she might be a good tenant, but the tenants that she can possibly be for, absolutely the ones you don't put in. I mean, Elena's good, but usually you don't need a household Elena. And then beyond that, her tenants are garbage. So I'm optimistic, but we're just going to have to see how this hero plays out.